vanish.
Hey, what's happening to you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about Jump Force actually, a game that's been developed by Spike Chunsoft and published by Bandai Namco. Now the game absolutely looks visually amazing. Like when we were first shown the trailer, now initially I didn't really recognize that the first part of that trailer showed off the statues or the monuments of the first and second Hokage. Then we saw the ship called Sunny from One Piece, and then just as we saw Frieza's spaceship, that's how I knew that this was going to be a matchup between all those different types of anime. And then obviously when the scene cut into the city, I think it was Manhattan or something like that. I'm sorry, I don't know the cities of America, but it could have been Manhattan, it could have been New York, I'm not too sure. Then we see Naruto standing on top of a building, looking clean as fuck. Yo, that shit was so clean. And then we see Luffy on top of a American flag, and then obviously we see Goku like a boss walking through the city, unafraid of what's about to jump him. It looks clean as hell. We see Frieza obviously destroying a bunch of shit, doing mad things. It looks amazing. And then obviously they jumped into the cutscenes. We see Goku going in for some punches and then a Kamehameha wave. We saw Luffy going to fourth gear. That fourth gear scene looked clean though. And then we cut in. Actually, the first scene was actually Naruto, obviously using his his Shadow Clone Jutsu. Now the only gripe that I had with this version of Naruto is that I wish that they have used the adult version of Naruto, the Hokage Naruto. I mean, at this point now, that's more prominent, that's the latest version, and Naruto at that point, it could be argued that teenage Naruto is similarly maybe a little bit stronger than adult Hokage Naruto, because obviously he's been out of fighting for such a long time. He's been in office doing his office thing, so his skills may have diminished a little bit, but I still would have preferred the adult version of Naruto. But that's the side point. We see him going in with some Shadow Clone Jutsus at Frieza, which looked hilarious because we all know how powerful Frieza is. But let me just actually talk about this real quick. Now, a lot of people, when it comes to putting a bunch of anime characters together, they tend to focus so much on the power scaling, so much of Naruto shouldn't be doing this to Frieza, Luffy shouldn't be doing this to, Madara, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, we should really just discard that type of mentality and just enjoy the game for what it is. It's a bunch of anime characters that we all like coming together to just fuck shit up, and that's literally what I'm really going into it. That's how I really see it myself. But yeah, so besides that, we saw a gameplay revealed by Bandai Namco, which actually showed off Naruto versus Frieza mostly, and we saw a lot of the mechanics being implemented in the game. Naruto obviously going in and actually, first of all, before I go into that, we actually saw the transition between characters. When Luffy was first shown fighting Frieza, he swapped from I think Luffy to Goku, and we can see Goku dash in with the classic key dash or dragon dash or whatever it's called, like into Frieza. He does a little bit of combo, and then Naruto appears with his substitution jutsu, and then he obviously starts doing in some combos. Now the combos, let's just talk about the combos real quick. I wasn't really feeling the combos too much. It felt clunky, it felt floaty, it literally didn't feel like epic. You know what I mean? Like the visual aspect was amazing, there's no denying it. There's particle effects, the lighting, all that shit was looking fantastic, but the combat really felt a little bit off. And I know they're saying that it's in development, but let's face it, when's the last time you saw something being in development by a Bandai Namco game and then come release it actually changes? It doesn't really happen like that. So whatever we see now, we can kind of expect it to be similar to that in the final release of the game. It does look a little bit clunky. I wish they'll tighten up a little bit. It does look better than J-Star Victory Versus. That's all I'm saying. It looks much better. Like that's it. That's a bonus there already, but it looks a little bit clunky. Another thing that I had a little bit of a gripe with is that there was too many particle effects, there was too many lighting, there was too many everything happening. Whenever a punch was thrown, or a Rasengan was thrown, or a ki blast was thrown, there was a little bit too much. If I can tone that thing down a little bit, that'll be great. And we also saw some stage transition happening when Frieza punched the living shit out of Naruto, and Naruto started flying back into some icy area. That looked clean as hell. Now that animation as well, the whole countering a transition attack looked weird as well, because all of a sudden you see Naruto standing in his guard position as if there was a ground beneath his feet. Do you know what I mean? Like it looked weird. It didn't look like he was in the air dodging. He looked like he was still on the ground dodging Frieza's, you know, transition attack. So it should really make it seem like they're still in the air fighting, but that's just my opinion, that's just my thoughts on it, and that's pretty much it though. Now when it comes to characters and who I would like to see in the game, now I know this game, from what I've kind of researched a little bit, is the 50th anniversary of the Jump magazines, or the Jump entire entity, so everything that's within Jump will likely be in the game. So people like, you know, My Hero Academia, people like from even One Punch, we could even see, you know, Saitama and what's the other guy's name? Gino, something like that. Gino. Yeah, we can see those two being in the game, and obviously we can see Deku and All Might being in the game as well. Now, obviously, if Deku and All Might will be in the game, we obviously have to expect All For One and Shikirai or something like that. His name. I keep forgetting his name. To be honest, really, but we could probably see those two characters as well in the game, because usually they always bring the villains and the heroes from each anime and then they just drop it in. But anyways, it does look fun, it does look interesting. I don't know what else to say. Like, I really fucking hope that they would really tighten up the combat, because that's the most important factor of the game. The game can look pretty as much as it wants, but it needs to actually look pretty nice. And that's pretty much it though. Like, I know it's in the build that we have so far available at E3, we have confirmed so far Naruto, Goku, Luffy, who else? We have Sasuke, Frieza, and what's his name again? Zoro, I think. Yeah, I think so. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it looks fun, it looks amazing. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. That shit got me so fucking hyped when I first saw it, because I was not expecting it. Like, you have to understand, there were so many games leaked, so many fucking games leaked, and somehow, some way, this game did not get leaked. That's amazing. Now, a lot of people have already been factoring the idea that it could be that because no one cares too much about the anime games, that no one even thought about, you know, leaking it or anything like that, but you know, whatever. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm Paris, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.